Hey everybody, it's JJ at RealitySurvival.com again, and so today what I wanted to show you is just a real quick kind of semi-primitive kit that I've put together, kind of my bushcrafting kit. And I say semi-primitive because not everything in here is actually primitive, but they're kind of indicative of the sort of things that you would see, you know, in an older style, bushcrafting kit or whatever. So not totally, but somewhat. So anyway, with that, I'll go ahead and get into tearing this down and kind of show you what it is that we got going. Dang airplanes! No matter how far out in the woods you get, you can't get away from them. All right. Okay, so in the kit, we'll just start with the front pocket here. Just got a little 12-ounce flask. With a small hand carry kit like this, I can't really put a huge water container in there, so I just went with that. I can boil water in it, but I have one more container in here that I can also boil water in. Not really sufficient enough for any kind of long-term trek or anything like that, but when I take this kit out with me, it's usually just kind of a little half-day thing, just going out and screwing around a little bit. So that is sufficient enough for that. Then I do take a roll of 115 pound, I think it's 115, maybe that's 300, bank line. And then I've also got a couple of knives in here and one saw. This is a Pioneer Company saw. It's kind of a cool old saw. It's got two sides to it, one with more aggressive teeth, one with straighter teeth, and a little pouch. And then it has had added to it a spot for a fixed blade knife, and this is one of my favorite older knives. It's got a bone handle. It's made in Slawens, Germany. Othello, I think, is the name of the maker, and it's just a Anton Wingen Jr. actually in Slawens, Germany. Holds a great edge, and it's just a cool old knife, and so I like playing around with that one. Okay. Then let's see, got a little Spam can here, and I keep some pitch sticks in there. I did a video on how to make these. You guys have probably seen that. Kind of a cool deal. And a Spam can, you can melt stuff in it. You could boil water in it too. It's kind of nasty, but you could. Then I also have a little leather pouch with some steel ball bearings in there, and some lead ones. Actually, this is some, I think it's number 3, I can't remember, split shot. It's lead. And then I've also got some steel ball bearings, and then just a Marksman slingshot, for hunting small game and that kind of stuff, or just plinking around. It's pretty cool, and it's a lot of fun, especially with kids. They like to tinker around with slingshots and whatnot as well. Okay, then I've got a little, I think this is a Progresso soup can, and all I've done here with this is I just went ahead and taken some, this is what I use for snare wire. It's basically just floral wire. You can get it at Michael's or any kind of hobby store, and it works really good for like squirrel poles or rabbit traps, rabbit snares or anything like that. And also, it's like $2 for a whole roll that's like 300 feet. And then I've just taken some of that and twisted it up and put it on the can so I can hang that over the fire, to boil out water and whatnot. And that actually works pretty well for boiling up water. And it's just about, the size of my flask, so, that works out okay too. Then I've got just a little plastic bottle here of some olive oil. Obviously there's tons of different uses for olive oil. You can make candles, you can use it for cooking, you can use it for, a lot of different things. What else do we got in here? Got a little can for doing up charred cloth. Got a little hole in it, a little metal can, no big deal. I've got one stick of pitchwood, or fatwood, greasewood, whatever you want to call that. Then I've also got a little cedar baseboard for doing a bow and drill fire. That's another thing. Got a couple of gaggles of jute twine. You can use that for tinder, you can use it for cordage, all kinds of stuff. Got a little bit of other types of tenders, just some birch bark in there. Got a small fishing kit, just in a little tin here. Got a couple of different little crawdad lures, some leads, some little crappie jigs, some line down in there. You know, just your basic fishing kit that you could use to help get some lunch. We've got a ferrule rod that's set into a deer antler handle, and I have this spike sticking off of it so that I can use it for flint napping. If I wanted to flint nap off an arrowhead or anything like that from glass or chert, flint, whatever. Then I also have another one of my favorite knives, and this one is an old Herter's Incorporated, and it's a really cool old knife from back in the 60s, I think. It says it's hand forged, made in the USA. It just holds an awesome edge. I mean, it's just super sharp. It's just really good for making shavings and feather sticks and different things like that. Making little curls, and I'm just putting hardly any pressure on this thing. I mean, it's just super sharp. So that's a pretty cool little old blade as well. And what else? I think this is about it. And then we've got a fire kit, just another fire kit. And in this one I've got a little Boy Scout knife. It's got some natural wood sides on it, which I thought was kind of cool. And I've got a piece of flint. Got a little fire steel, chipping that off. Got some more thinner jute twine for a tinder, and then some char cloth. Got some that's already made up, and then I've got some that still needs to be made up. So pretty cool little kit. I like it. I got this tin is just about the perfect size. I got this from my kids for Christmas. It had some silly putty or something like that in there, and I got it for them not because I wanted them to have the silly putty, but because I wanted the tin when they were done with it. So anyway, I ended up with it. So score for me. And so the last thing here is the bag, and all I'll say about this bag is this is just kind of something I threw together with some pre-tanned deer hide that I went and got from Tandy Leather. And I'm obviously not a craftsman with leather, with sewing and all that kind of stuff, but it is functional and it's very strong and it holds all the things that I need it to hold. But what I would say to you is that sewing is not a real manly skill at all, but I would recommend that you at least know how to sew enough just to do some basic stitches, along the end, and to make a container or to make a pack for yourself if you ever had to. Just an idea of how to throw on pockets, kind of how to lay things out and all that kind of stuff. You don't got to be a seamstress or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination, but knowing a few basic, sewing techniques is really a pretty good idea. If you were stuck out into a situation for a long time, having that little bit of knowledge on how to use, how to be able to sew is very useful. So anyway, that is just a quick look at my kind of semi-primitive bushcrafting kit. It's a lot of fun. It's real light and easy to carry around. It's not too much to it, but you can accomplish a lot of things with the stuff that's in here. So anyway, take a look at this stuff and let me know what it is I'm forgetting. What would you throw in here? What do you have different in your kit that I didn't put in here? I'd be curious to hear. So anyway, thanks a bunch for watching, and as always, I really appreciate it when you share with your friends, you like and subscribe to the channel, and we will have some more videos for you here pretty soon. Thanks for watching and stay safe.